everyone, Ronnie Rowe back with you again this month to let you know what's going on in my world, Ronnie Rowe Designs. First, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you back with us again. If you've been here before, I really appreciate you coming back to take a look and see what's going on in my world. And for the folks out there that this is a first time, you don't know who I am, my name is Ronnie Rowe. No, I am not the new acting director for the Secret Service. You saw that, I guess, on the news. It's not me. So it's another Ronnie Rowe. But anyway, for you folks that hadn't seen me before, I do cross stitch designs. I do cross stitching. I do the stitching. I do the design work of all the stuff you see out on my website and out on Etsy and shops and everywhere. So that's who I am and what I do. Been doing it for a long time, about 42, 43 years. And I'm still active with it, still enjoying it, and having a good time. What I'm putting out right, I enjoy what I'm putting out right now. But I like to thank each and every one of you again for coming back to let me share some time with you into your homes. Before we get started tonight, I want you to hit the little subscribe button everywhere you see it. I really appreciate that a whole lot. That really helps me out. And I don't know if it helps you out to get you a notification if I do one of these videos. And I guess you could unsubscribe. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. Hope they haven't, but maybe they have. But anyway, hit the little subscribe button. Um, tonight, it's a Monday night, and it's about, what time is it? It's about 8:30 right now, Monday night, Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Tidewater, Virginia, and Hampton, Virginia. It's close to Colonial Williamsburg, and I'm sitting here in my office. As you can tell, I haven't decorated, haven't done anything with the office. Been doing this for quite some time now, and I think the only thing I've really changed is I did put a can of Krylon spray up there, so that's about it. That's about all I've done. So I don't have my teleprompter, don't have the cheat sheet with me tonight to go over to what we're going to talk about, but there's two main things we're going to talk about. Number one is the project I started some time ago called Help. And Help was a picture I did of a homeless person and sitting, kneeling down with a sign that says Help. And I finished it. I've got it all framed. I've got it all complete, and I'm going to show it to you here shortly. Um, for new folks, and also as a reminder, some of the folks have been looking in. What I'm going to be doing with this design is I'm going to put this out on Etsy probably tonight, right after I do this video. And you're going to see two versions of it. You're going to see a version that you can download a copy of this as a PDF file. And also you'll see a version that you can order a hard copy from me. The reason I'm doing that is a lot of people like to download it, saves them on the shipping cost, and you get the same design. And but a lot of people like to have the hard copy, so I'm going both ways on this design. And as I've already told you, my plans for this is every one of these designs that I sell, every one, 100%, 100% of all profits I make on this are going to go to our local rescue mission. And we have one in our area. This is Hampton, Newport News, Williamsburg area that do a lot of wonderful things for the homeless, not only homeless men, but also ladies, homeless women, battered women. And that's a problem we have here in this country, along with all types of people who are homeless. And so I thought in a very small way that I could do something to help these folks. And so that's what I've done. I've designed this picture. I've got it finished, and I'm going to put it out. And like I say, 100% of all proceeds will go to that organization. Now, how am I going to do that? last time we talked, I got some suggestions of how long should this last? How long should I do this? And I was thinking, here we are on the verge. It's almost August, couple of days, a day before we hit August 1st. And I thought the cutoff would be November the 1st. So I'm going to do it August, September, and October, all 3 months that um, I'll have it out on Esty, the PDF, and the hard copy. And you can go out there and get one, two, three, how many you want. If you wanted to give some money to the homeless and you wanted to get more than the cost of the design, $16, buy two of them. You can get two of them. I'll hard copy. I'll send you two of them. But anyway, that's my plans, and I'm going to keep you abreast of how we're going along with this for the next 3 months or so. When that period is over, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving a check, the total that I got. I'll give a check to the Rescue Mission Organization, and I'm going to video that and share that with you out there. And thanking each and every one of you for your support in this. That's what my plans are. I thought it was a good idea. A lot of folks I've talked to thinks it's a good idea, so that's what we're going to do. Now, I told you earlier, if you get a hard copy of this, what I'm going to do with the cover of the hard copy, I'm going to sign each one of them. I'm going to put your name on it. I'm going to sign it and thank you for your support in this endeavor we're going on. For the people that are doing a PDF file, obviously I won't be signing the cover, but if you let me know who you are and when you give me an email or an address, and I will send you a cover signed just like you got it, a hard copy. I'll do that for you, and so that way we'll keep up with everything we're doing. So I've already set up a spreadsheet, and I've got everything all calculated in how we're going to do this, how I calculate profits, taking out the shipping. SD does a lot of fees and processing fees, transaction fees, marketing, all this kind of stuff. So the when you buy one of these patterns for $16, which you see and everything, that's not the profit on these things after you take everything out. So it's a lot. It's somewhat less than the $16 that I'm going to be charging for these um, for this particular design. How did I come up with $16? Well, that's what I've been doing for long time now on these big designs. $16. I thought with all the effort I put into it and everything, I think it's worth $16. I mean, if I want to stitch one, I'd pay $16 for it. So, but anyway, that's up to you. So anyway, that's what we're doing with Help. And now I want to show you the finished version of Help. Now this has a glass in it. I know what you're going to say. I know what Jules is going to say. Don't put glass in it till you show it because you get the glare. It's the way it goes. Work through the glare. Um, the frame, I built this frame myself. As you can see, it's kind of a bluish frame. And this is the finished version of Help, as you can see. And what I did with the frame, it's a blue frame. I had dark blue frame, kind of a lighter blue that goes along with the blue in this gentleman here. And it's got two mats on it. The outside mat is the dark blue, and I've got a white inside on this. And it's fairly large design, 320 by 210, I think it was, something like that. Not that big. And a lot of the areas you see in here is the material, the white areas. Now, I always comment after I finish one of these things what I like about the design. What I like really about this design, obviously, the gentleman sitting here, that's the whole subject we're doing. I like the skylight. I like all of this up in here. I really do. I didn't want to make it too distinct, but I didn't want to make it too faded out either. So I wanted to give the illusion that that was a city. And so that's what I put in it. And the reason I put the bench and the trash can, that's got a symbol to it too. These people are kind of left behind. We throw these people away sometimes and we don't think about them. So hopefully this picture, you like it. I liked it. I enjoyed stitching it. I really enjoyed the design aspect of it. And it was a lot of fun to do. And I really am hoping that we can get some good results on sales to help these folks out. So that is the finished version of Help. And so all done, framed up, ready to go. Um, like I said, I'm gonna be giving the money and it's gonna be around November the first time frame. All the profits we get from this particular design. It's taken me quite a while to get through that. What have I been doing in the meantime? Well, I've got a new project. I've started a new design. I did this about 3 weeks or so ago, 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks. I started mess around, seeing what I wanted to do. I got a lot of really good response from the red bench, and people really seem to like that a lot. And so I wanted to do something similar, something along that line. So I'm going to do a cabin. It's a cabin, and I think you're going to like it. This is going to be a pretty picture to hang in a den. It's going to have a lot of detail into it. It's going to have a lot of different things going on with it. And so it's a cabin. It's just a little cabin. So uh, I've, I'm doing a lot of filler around it. And what I call filler is trees and all that kind of stuff. And then we get down to the nitty gritty of the actual building, if you will, itself. So I'm doing that. I don't know what I'm gonna call it right yet. I'm still debating what to call this next project, but I'll come up with something. So let me show it to you. This is by far not finished. I've got a long ways to go on this design. But anyway, this is going to be my cabin. Now, I know all of you out there are laughing right now. So what in the God world is that mess he's got there? So what it is I guess you can already see we got some trees coming up over here, gonna come down here. Hey, we got some ducks. Got some ducks flying across here. I'm gonna have a cabin all in this area. I'm gonna have a stream, grass and stream, water coming all in this. I'm gonna have some mountains back here. I'm gonna put those in. So it's gonna be interesting. And I'm gonna show you as I go along stitching this thing. It's gonna have about 30, 35 colors in it. Matter of fact, my colors for this, there's my bag of DMC colors I'm using on this right now. So I've pulled all of that, what I think I want to use. It's the way I do it. I keep everything in a little plastic bag. So um, didn't have to go buy any floss this time because I got so much floss I've had for years and years. And so the colors, I just picked the colors of something I already had. So, but anyway, I think you're gonna like this and see how it's coming along. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm enjoying stitching it right now. Where I am right now is right up in this area, coming down here. And so then we'll start in with the building and fill everything in as we go along. So, and hopefully that will work. There it goes. Hopefully that will work very well. So I'm enjoying that right now. I'm not getting a lot of stitching done because I'm outdoors doing things. The garden has come in. I'm getting tomatoes. I got tomatoes. I'm carrying baskets, peach baskets, if you will, two at a two every day into the Y to give folks there and everything. I'm very active there with a lot of folks and everything. They look forward to me coming in. I put the baskets on the table and they're gone, the tomatoes. And so we've did that. We picked a lot of blackberries this year. I put some bushes in a year ago, and the wife's made a lot of cobblers and everything, and we put vanilla ice cream on it. Oh, vanilla ice cream. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you a heads up. You're gonna love this. I like ice cream. I like all kinds of ice cream. But I'd go get the ones you get in the supermarkets, and they were pretty good, and we try this brand and that brand, and pretty much vanilla ice cream because you make a cobbler or something, a peach cobbler or a blueberry or blackberry cobbler, and put vanilla ice cream on it, just like that. So I don't have any diabetes, so I eat a lot of that stuff. But vanilla ice cream, if you have never, if you have never had the Kirkland Costco vanilla ice cream, it comes in 2 half gallons. My gosh, go do yourself a favor and get some. It's fantastic. It is really, really good. And not knocking the other ones. The other ones are really good, but Ronnie Rowe really likes that. So, and I said, I don't know if I'm getting any money for advertising that. And I know I'm not. So, but anyway, do that. You'll really enjoy that. Um, Working on another design for Marjorie and everything. Marjorie is a lady that contacted me that wanted me to do a design for her of one of her pets. And so I've started working on that, putting something together. I did get a photograph from Margie, and she and gave me a small photograph. So I've started working something up on that and see what I can do on it. And haven't finished it. I really haven't gotten started really good yet. But once I uh, once I get something good or something I can show her, then I'll go from there. So I do individual designs for people, but they send me a picture, no money, don't want any money, and I'll work it all up. And if it's something I think I can do and do a good job with, I'll do it. If not, I won't do it. I just won't do the project. So anyway, another thing's exciting. I got a friend of mine at the YMCA who does a lot of offshore fishing. I'm going to be going fishing in a couple weeks with him out of Rudy Inlet. That is at Virginia Beach, at the south end of Virginia Beach. It's a big inlet, a lot of big fishing center, and he's got a really super nice big boat and everything. And we're going out tuna fishing and blue marlin fishing. Going to be doing that in the next couple of weeks, and so I'm looking forward to that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I used to do that years ago. I'd go out with a friend of mine at NASA and a couple other buddies, and we'd go out on 27-foot boat, 27-foot Thunderbird actually, and do a lot of tuna fishing. But this time, Rob, he's got a 57-foot Viking, and so I haven't been on a 57-foot Viking. I obviously don't own a 57-foot Viking, but anyway, he's asked me to go with him one day out there fishing with his crew, and so I'm going to do that, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. What else is going on? Um, Going to the Y still going out to eat and visiting with a lot of friends and family. Had family come in a couple weeks ago and visited with them, wife's birthday. And so everything's going along pretty good right now, and looking forward to some cooler weather. Cooler weather. It's been extremely hot where I am, and so I am looking forward to cooler weather. Been doing a lot of crabbing. Went crabbing, what's today, Tuesday? Went crabbing yesterday morning, and I got up at 6 o'clock and got all my stuff together and went down to Messick Point. That's in Pocosin, Virginia, on the Chesapeake Bay, and went out in the water, did some crabbing, right many nice crabs, and so came home, steamed those all up, and got them in bags in the refrigerator. So I'm looking forward to sitting down one day, maybe tomorrow, and sit down and pick some crabs. So that's pretty much Ronnie Rowe and what Ronnie Rowe does. And so, but anyway, thing I really want you to remember is this this picture I did, this design I did help. Uh, I really, really appreciate anything you can do for that. I really do. I think it's a worthwhile project. I think it's something that um, obviously, if we get some proceeds, we can help these folks out a little bit. I mean, I'll feel good about that, and I know you'll feel good about it also by participating in this. You don't have to stitch the design. I mean, you look at it. I know a lot of people look and say, "I ain't gonna stitch that." Well, if you like a lot of people, they buy designs and they never stitch them anyway. So I mean, I know they don't stitch a lot of mine because I hear it all the time. They buy one of my designs, it's a big design, and they get doing something else and they put it over to the side. they've got it, but they probably don't stitch it. They might start it and everything. So it's like anything else. People think it's a good idea, but they don't really stitch it. But in this case, if you don't stitch it, it's okay because you're helping somebody, and I think that's a very very important thing. I'm going to keep you abreast or of the new design I'm doing next time we get together. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll get there and you'll see some of the cabin and everything what I'm working on. And once I get about into it a little bit more, I'm going to have to start thinking, well, what am I going to do next? I'm always thinking of what I'm going to do next. And it's a real problem. I'll come up with something that interests me, but I am interested in this cabin thing. It's going to be kind of cool, I think. So anyway, until the next time, keep help in mind, keep it in mind, go to Esty. That's where they're going to be. So anyway, until the next time, I really appreciate you letting me come in and visit with you this week. And um, that's about all I have. And then, like I tell you, every time we get together and everything, the number one thing, oh, get outside, get some exercise. I want you folks to get out and get some exercise. Don't sit there and stitch all the time. Go outside, run around the block, get on your motorcycle, go for a long motorcycle ride. Get on, go out the door and get on your 57-foot Viking yacht and go tuna fishing. That's a good idea. Do some things like that instead of sitting around cross stitching all the time. Cross stitching, that's kind of a winter sport. Well, not really, but it can be more of a winter sport. I know it's a bad weather sport. So, but anyway, until we get together next time, do me a favor, like I always tell you, come back and see me and be safe. Bye bye.